Star School. Paul and I are so excited to be with you today, and we are continuing our series on leadership development. Okay, leadership development, super important. And we are going through the 21 Laws of Leadership, the book by John Maxwell. Are you with us? Have you studied all of the laws that we've been through, you guys? Because we are on 14 today, law number 14. If not, grab that book and get started. Watch each week of Star School, and we have all the first 13 laws. Today, law 14, the law of buy-in. Wow. So listen to this. People buy into the leader and then the vision. So they have to buy into you first before they buy into anything else. It's you that they're buying into. Wow. And the sun just came out for that statement.
Right on cue.
There it is. So that's really important. Buy into you first and then into the vision. So as a leader, your success is measured by your ability to actually take the people where they want to go. But you can do that only if the people first buy into you. Paul, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, you're 100% right, Sheryl, and John's 1,000% right in this chapter, and I love this chapter. It is so important for people to understand this, and so the real question that John asks in this chapter is, why would people buy into you? You know, so this is the question you have to ask yourself. Why would people buy into me? So there's 3 C's, and if you're taking notes, which you should be, your +1 for today is going to be the 3 C's. This is something you've got to memorize and learn and work on every day for the rest of your life. Okay, so what are the 3 C's? Number 1, character. So I was talking with Sheryl before we made this recording. We talked about taking a car ride together. So let's pretend I don't know Sheryl. And Sheryl calls me, we're talking, and she's like, hey, I know you live in New York. I'm thinking about taking a car ride to California. Do you want to come with me? So the first thing I'm thinking about, well, what's Sheryl's character? You know, is she a good person? You know, is she someone I can trust? Is she going to kill me, you know, on the way to California? You know, so character, people are always asking about or thinking in their minds about your character. Are you a good person? Are you a jerk? You know, no one wants to get in a car for 40 hours and drive with a jerk. You know, so it's about having good character, being a good person. And I'm assuming, I know everyone here at Longevity Nation is a great person. But look at your character. Just saying, hey, am I a person that people would want to be around? You know, and how's my character? Number 2, the second C is competence. So I'm asking myself, does Sheryl actually know how to get to California? You know, so do you know what you're doing? That's what they're asking. You know, when they sit across from you, you're having coffee with them. They're thinking to themselves, does Paul even know what he's doing? You know, so I got to know what I'm doing first. You got to know what you're doing first and be competent. You know, the person's asking themselves, can this person sit across from me, take me from where I am to where I want to go? Now, the person sitting across from you when you're doing the coffee shop interview, they don't even know where they want to go. That's part of the problem here. But if they did know where they want to go, could this person who's sitting across from me take me there? Okay, so the competence is there. And what Sheryl and I are so passionate about here at Star School, and what really moves us to work all these hours and help people, is that we want to help people do 4 things. That's the whole key to Sheryl and I's philosophy. We want to help people dream more. We want to help people learn more. That's why we do the dream boards and the vision boards and help people come up with a result in their mind of where they want to get to in their lives and help them paint that picture. We help them want to learn more, so we created the Grow Together Club. It's unbelievable. You got to get in that club because we really want to help people learn more. We want to help people do more. You know, a lot of people just go through life and they're not taking action. So the whole Star School system is plan, do, review. So a big part of what Sheryl and I talk about is do. You know, get out and take the action. And then last but not least, number 4 is become more. You know, to say that, you know what, I made it to 5-star. It's something that I'm super proud of, hitting 5-star. I was sick and tired of living a 3-star lifestyle or a 4-star lifestyle. Why live a 3-star lifestyle when you could live a 5-star lifestyle. So it's about helping people become more, to help them set higher standards in life and reach for more and live a more fulfilling life. So the third thing, the third C here is connection. So you got to connect with the person. The person's asking themselves, how well is this person connecting with me? And that really comes down to a few things. We could do a whole call on connecting with people, but it's being present with them. Here on in the Facebook or in Zoom, or when you're sitting face to face, you can really connect with them. So I love using those tools, or being face to face, or using FaceTime on my phone with people, so I can get that connection with them, and get to know them, and just really build that connection between them, because you don't want to sit in a car with somebody if you don't have a good connection with them. They don't connect well. So those are the 3 C's: character, competence, and connection. And once people buy into you, because of those, you have those 3 things going for you, then they're going to buy into the vision. So Sheryl's absolutely amazing. I love her. She's one of the best people I've ever met in my whole life. And she's really mastered the 3 C's in her life. When I think of you, say, Paul, who's got the best character that you know of? Absolutely Sheryl. Sheryl's the nicest, kindest, good. When I talk about someone I can trust, someone who's good, just genuinely good and cares about, I know she cares about me and cares about everybody here at Longevity. Best character out there. Competence, she knows exactly what she's doing. I mean, she knows Star School upside down and backwards. She's 1,000% confident that she knows how to get everybody from point A to point B, where they want to get to. And connection, Sheryl is just unbelievable at connecting with people. I mean, if you don't know her yet, this is hard to explain, but for those of you that do know her, you're like, oh yeah, Sheryl, like you see her at convention or at an event or something, she's just instantaneously, she connects with people. So if there's anybody that's the best shining example of mastering these 3 C's, it's Sheryl. So Sheryl, now that people have bought into you here at Longevity, you're the master distributor here at Longevity. Coming from what is the vision? Now that, so the whole law of buying is they buy into the leader first, and then they got to buy into the vision. So people have bought into you. You're the master distributor. They bought into you, that you've got the 3 C's. But now, what's the vision that you're casting for people to buy into?
Absolutely. Thank you, Paul. And I love that. The 3 C's are so important. And sometimes it's hard to realize that they do have to buy into you first, because we've got this thing called the vision, and the vision that I see, and what I see when I look into the future, is 1 million people living a better everyday life because of longevity. That's a huge vision. And that's what we need. We need a big vision for people to buy into you. But remember, they have to buy in to you first. So my goal is to directly and indirectly get 1 million people on auto ship for the 90 for life and our add-on products. Now, once we accomplish that goal, we will be a multi-billion-dollar company. So the whole thing about this, Paul, is that we've got a big vision. We've got it set. We all know what our vision is. But I love this law because of the importance it is to learn that they have to buy into you first. So I love that, Paul. This is so great.
Yeah, and Sheryl, I know, it didn't start out this way. So I know there's people watching this Facebook Live, and they're like, well, people don't buy into me. And I know you can relate to when you first started 21 years ago. Mm-hmm. Did people buy into you back then?
Well, absolutely not. They didn't buy into me. And I thought I didn't understand all these things. You guys, let's be honest, right? I mean, this has been a 20-year journey. Okay. So I think what I did is I thought I would look at someone else and say, oh, they're great. I'm going to take the person that I'm working with and plug them into this person. That's not what they want. The person that's joining, that you're talking to, is joining you first. And Paul, it's so important for each of us to understand and realize that we have that responsibility as we bring people in, that those people, those new little hatchlings, I like to call them, are looking to you. And I love it, Paul. It's so important.
Yeah, they're not buying, a lot of us think they're buying the products or buying the comp plan or buying, whatever. They're not. They're buying you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've got to be that person first for them to buy into you, and then they'll follow you and the vision. But Sheryl, once, now that we have this vision cast, they bought into you, they bought into the vision. What is our mission here at Youngevity? What's our purpose? Why are we here?
Well, I love this, Paul, because mission and vision are so important. And we've just spoke a moment ago about our vision, but our mission here at Youngevity. So, and just like Paul said, our purpose, the reason why we exist, the reason why we're doing what we're doing is to help people improve their physical, emotional, and financial health. Okay? And those three things that we're best in the industry at these three things. And these are the three things that we have to get laser focused on. Helping these people physically, emotionally, and financially. Okay?
Wow, I love that, Sheryl. I'm on board 1,000% with that. So I've absolutely bought into you. I've bought into your vision. I love the mission. But what comes next, Sheryl? I bought into you, bought into vision, bought into mission. What comes after that?
Absolutely. So now what we need to do, the second thing that people need to buy into is their vision of how they want their own life to look, right? So we know our mission and our vision, or our vision and our mission for Youngevity. We know that. We know what that is. But now the second thing that we have to do is we have to help people create, I guess, their own vision for their own life. Now, how do we do that? We do that with the vision board. Super important. You guys, I never believed in that when I started out. I sure didn't. I thought that was the dumbest thing I had ever seen. Oh, what? You're going to cut some stuff out and put it on a board? What good is that going to do me? Well, let me tell you something. Dr. Wallach, our fearless leader, said, Sheryl, you will make a vision board. I said, well, I surely won't. And he said, well, then you surely won't do this business unless you do. He was kind of, he's hard on you. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. And so I did make a vision board, but you guys, I made it outrageous. I said, I'm going to put stuff on there that couldn't in a million years come to pass. At the time, I didn't have a car. I didn't have an apartment or a home. I had nothing, literally nothing. If you'll recall in one of my stories, I would say I had no money to eat, but if I would go get it, Steve Wallach would pay for it. Remember that? So I'm telling you, when I say I had nothing, I really mean I had nothing, not a single thing. And that doesn't mean that I had some savings. That doesn't mean that I had something tucked away. No, I'm talking zero. Okay? I need to make that clear. So when I say I made this vision board that was outrageous, oh my gosh, I put on there a convertible Lexus. And then I would laugh. Every time I put on there that I was going to marry a wealthy, distinguished gentleman. And then I just thought that was the funniest thing that I put that on there. Then I put on there that I was going to have twins. Oh, there's no twins in my family that I knew of. So I just did these outrageous things, and then I had the best time laughing about it. But if you guys remember, every single thing that I put on that vision board came true. Everything, down to the very last little picture of a dog. Okay? Because I wasn't a dog. I'm never going to have a dog. I've never even had a dog, right? Back on the farm we did, but I never had a dog. And so all of these things came true, and it was so unbelievable to me. It's still unbelievable to me today. But guess what? I put huge things on my vision board. I mean, huge, bigger than I did back then, because I know that it's going to happen. So at Star School, we have a saying, and I love this. I've got it on my shirt today, Paul. I know you can't see it very well. Live the life you want. Live the life you want. Super important.
You've even got a t-shirt for it.
I do. We have a t-shirt for it. I love that too. Wear the t-shirt. So I want you to think about this. What does the life you want look like? And once you know, and you guys, I'm hoping everyone listening here knows, because you have to know that. And then you need every single new person on your team as they come in to figure out what that looks like for them. What does live the life you want look like? So every new person on your team needs to do that, right? And they must believe that you can take them to that vision. Paul just explained this with the 3 C's, the character, competence, and connection. They have to know that, and they have to believe in you and that you can do all those 3 things for them, okay? So listen to this, I love this, and I want to make this super crystal clear for you guys. The leader finds the dream and then the people. Think about that. The leader finds the dream and then the people. The people find the leader and then the dream. Okay, gosh, that's backwards, isn't it? So the leader finds the dream and then the people find the leader and then the dream. We've talked about this before, and I love this. Most people don't have a dream. Most people don't have a dream. And you know what? If they do have a dream, they're not sure what it is. And if they kind of have an idea in their head, they cannot articulate it. And I think this is so important. I was with a couple of lovely gals yesterday, and I said, tell me your huge dream. And we sat in silence, right? They had to really think about it because they're not sure. So they find you and buy into you first, and then you help them find their vision, and then they can then you can get started, right? But you guys remember, don't put the cart before the horse. Okay, don't put the cart before the horse. And I love this because what I used to do is run out and, oh my goodness, we've got a vision. Oh, I've got this, I've got that. Woo! And people would be so scared they'd run the other way, right? No, you need to connect with them. They need to believe in you. Okay, so make sure that you are that you don't put the cart before the horse. Let's run with the horse first, Paul. That's super important to do.
Yep, I agree 1,000%, and that's exactly what's happened here at Longevity. So the leader, you, and let's just be clear, people like Sheryl are few and far between, 1 in a billion. Okay, so you're not going to find leaders. You know, people just don't walk around saying, oh, I have a vision of building a multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, it's not out there. So Sheryl's very rare. Okay, so the leader, someone like Sheryl, finds a dream. She's got this dream. I want to build a not a billion-dollar company, a multi-billion-dollar company, okay? So then she's got to go find the people to do that, okay? But normal people don't work that way, okay? So when you're sitting here across from somebody at the coffee shop, they don't have a dream, like Sheryl said. You know, so the people find the leader. So they find people like you, people like Sheryl, people like me, and then our job is to help them create that dream in their life and paint that picture of what their life could look like, and just asking them, what is the life you want? What does that look like? Just like Sheryl said. So I love that, Sheryl. So people ask me all the time, do you think my people will buy into my vision? You know, I got a vision. Do you think my people will buy into it? My response is always, well, did they buy into you yet? You know, again, that's what this whole law of the buy-in is they got to buy into you first. So people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay, the golden rule, the rule of meeting people and getting them to see you got the right character that they're looking for. Does this person care about me, or are they just trying to sell me something? That's why we don't promote just coming out and saying, I got a new product, or trying to be salesy. You know, you got to connect with the person first so they see your character. Okay, you got to establish that character first. You got to connect with them, and you got to show them that you're competent. And once they see those 3 C's, then they'll buy into you, and then you can sell them whatever you want in the world because they bought into you now. Okay, so you know, at Star School, and we've partnered with Tom Chenault. He's the master at really doing this coffee shop interview, and he says this has got to be step 1. And we agree 1,000% that this is step 1. You've got to connect with the person. So you go to starschoolsystem.com. on the left side under module 3, you click on share and you can actually print out the CSI worksheet. Now, what does CSI stand for? It stands for coffee shop interview. But I also, there's that show on TV called CSI. Now, what does the show called CSI do? Well, you're like a crime scene investigator. This isn't a crime scene at a coffee shop, but you're trying to look for clues. So you're being a CSI agent. You're looking for clues in that person. And that's what this sheet of paper, it's kind of like a cheat sheet that Sheryl and I made that I use and Sheryl uses when we talk to people, meet them at the coffee shop. And it's just kind of like an outline of how that conversation should go. Oh, where were you born? And it just goes through their life and you learn key things and you're being like a CSI crime scene investigator agent using that sheet. And then you want to record all of that in the contact mapping app. So if you do not have that contact mapping app yet, go to contactmapping.com and get it today. Download it on your phone. It's available on Apple and Android. And this is the way that you can record all the people, the conversation you had with them, learn about them, and then set a follow-up appointment with them. Because the biggest black hole in all of longevity is follow-up, making sure, you wake up in the morning, you're like, well, who should I call today? Just go to your contact mapping app and it will tell you who you told you called today. And so it's absolutely phenomenal app. It's Sheryl and our favorite app to use to keep track of people and show them that we care. And Tom Chanel has taught all of us that it's caring about other people, remembering things about them. It shows them that you really care about them because their spouse's name and their kid's name and their dog's name and their cat's name and all that information about them. That means a lot because it's showing that you have good character, that you care about them. So, Sheryl, I know you got some sentences or some thoughts about this chapter that really hit you strong.
Yeah, I love it, and I do want to go over those the three things that really hit me. But I have to tell you, you guys, if you're thinking like I think, which is, I can remember their name. I can remember their kid's name. I can remember their dog. I can remember their cat. I think I can remember everything about a person. And you guys, I have to tell you, I'm sure I can do it. Guess what? You can't do it. I can't do it. And every time I'm like, dang it, I can't believe I can't remember that. So that's why I love the contact mapping. It really enables you to pull up little things that people know they told you, but they cannot believe that you can remember. So I love it. Contact mapping is absolutely awesome. So I love that. And the coffee shop interview is so great. I had a girl tell me just the other day, gosh, this is so nice. It helps me remember, kind of the things I need to ask and just kind of get yourself focused and on the right page there as you're trying to find out things about these people as you connect with them. So I love those two things, Paul. I love those two tools. Let me tell you the very first key sentence that really struck me. Is then, and this is from the book, Law 14. People don't at first follow worthy causes. They follow worthy leaders who promote causes that they can believe in. Wow. So you guys, it's just reiterating what we're talking about, right? People buy into the leader first, and then the cause follows, right? Then they buy into the cause that the leader has or the vision that the leader has. And so think about this, you guys. We hear this. Paul and I were just talking a little bit about this. We hear people every day, nobody wants to buy the products. Nobody wants to buy the products. Is that the product's fault? We've got the best products on the planet. It's not, it's all.
Well, Sheryl, no one wants to lose weight either.
Yeah, well, I love that, right? It's January. Nobody wants to lose weight. Literally, everybody wants to lose weight. But like we're saying, they have to buy into you first, right? So, and here's one of my favorite ones, Paul. Nobody wants to join network marketing. Nobody likes network marketing. Everybody hates it. Well, that's probably why every 10 seconds, somebody joins a network marketing company. So every 10 seconds, you guys set your clock to ring every 10 seconds.
Oh, someone just joined another company.
Somebody's joining. And if they're not joining you, then they're joining somebody else. So you guys keep that in mind. They have to believe in you first. Okay, number 2. Have I given my people reason to buy into me? Wow, let's think about that for a second. That's a hard question. Okay? Have I given my people reasons to buy into me? If the answer is yes, they will gladly buy into that leader's vision. So they'll gladly buy into your vision. But if the leader has not built credibility with his people, it doesn't matter how great the vision is. Wow, wow, wow. If they haven't bought into you, they don't care what Dr. Wallach's saying. That's the way I'm looking at that, Paul.
Yeah.
That is the way I'm looking at it. Okay, so number 3.
I just want to stop you real quick, Sheryl. I know we talked a little bit off camera about
Sure.
Would you follow myself, or would I follow myself?
Oh yeah. Look in the mirror. You ask yourself, would I follow you? I did that. I did that a while back, and I said, holy heaven, I better get going here. Right? I better, because and you know, we know ourselves the best. We know ourselves the best. So, and I can really, I can pinpoint what my strong suits are, but guess what? All of us know, and might even know better, what our weaknesses are. So think about that. And as you have those, let's get strong. Let's make those weaknesses strong, right? And then when we look in the mirror, we can go, yep, I would follow you. I certainly would. And I think that's important, Paul, because if you'll follow you, I can promise you other people will follow you. Right? So, okay, the third one, thank you, Paul, for bringing that up. The third one, people want to go along with people they get along with. Wow, I love that one, Paul. People want to go along with people that they get along with. So that goes right back there to the character, to the competence, to the connection.
Yeah.
You know, think about that. Are you friendly? Are you kind? Are you, are you mean and nasty and have a negative attitude? Who in the heck wants to follow that?
Right.
Nobody. You don't, and neither does anyone else. So think about that as you're out talking to these people, okay? Paul,
yeah.
Tell us some scenarios.
Yeah, so there's 4 different scenarios that can happen here. So when people buy into the leader, when people don't buy into the leader, as John talked about in this chapter, or the vision, you need a new leader. Okay, so you got this leader, you don't like the leader, you don't like the vision, we need a new leader. Okay, that's what's got to happen in scenario number 1. Number 2, when people don't buy into the leader but they like the vision, you still need a new leader. Okay, so hey, there's this great vision that this person has, but I just don't like the person. So we got to get a new person. We got to get a new leader. Okay. The third scenario is that people do buy into the leader, but they don't like that person's vision. So we just need to change the vision in that scenario. Okay. We got to keep that person there, but we don't 100% agree with your vision. So can we massage that a little bit and change it? And then the fourth scenario is the most important one. So when people buy into the leader and the vision, that's when magic happens. And that's what's happened here at Longevity. That's why we're so successful here at Longevity, is because we have a leader like Sheryl here that everyone's bought into with the most amazing vision I've ever heard or seen, that I can get behind 1,000%. You know, so we have the very best leader with Sheryl. She's got an amazing vision of helping a million people live a better everyday life. And that's what I want to be part of. I hope that's what you want to be part of too. And that's why I literally have dedicated my entire life to Sheryl and to Longevity, because I believe in this so much. You know, so now the only thing I want to do is help people live a better everyday life. I mean, that's when Sheryl said that's our mission and that's our vision, or our mission is to help people live that, our vision is to help people live, a million people live a better everyday life. That's what I want to do. I know that Longevity has helped me live a better everyday life, and what it's done for my life, and the freedom and the ability to make choices. That's really what it comes down to, is choices in my life that I can make now because of Longevity. I just want to contribute and give that to other people now. That's all I want to do. So when we know, and Sheryl talked about looking in the mirror. So at the end of every law, when we come to the end of these trainings, what's got to happen is you got to ask yourself a serious question about each one of these 21 laws. So you've asked yourself 14 or 13 questions. Now the 14th question you have to ask yourself. And then there's this scorecard. When you go to starschoolsystem.com, on the very bottom left side under categories, it says the 21 laws of leadership. Click on that. all the laws are listed there, all the videos, and the scorecard is with each video. So it's one scorecard. It's got all 21 laws on one sheet of paper. You print that out, and you got to score yourself on each one of these laws from 1 to 10. So now we're going to score ourselves on law number 14. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being perfect, where would you score yourself on your ability to get people to buy into you? Wow, that's a big question. 4 below average, 5's average, 6 is above average, 7's good, 8 is great, 9 is excellent, 10 is perfect. So are people buying into you? That's the $1 million question of today's training. So another question you need to ask yourself off topic, well, on the side, is what is your vision for your life and your longevity business? So before you can help other people paint a vision for their life, you got to have a vision for your life. So when we say, what does live the life you want look like? You got to be able to show us a piece of paper and where you've written all this out in writing and your vision board that we can see what you want. And number 3, the third thing you should ask yourself is, how good are you at helping people create a vision for their life? As leaders, again, Sheryl and I have to spend time with people and help them paint the picture for their vision of what they want their life to look like. 3 books to read if this is a law you're not doing well on, you want to do better at: Developing the Leader Within You, Your Roadmap for Success, and the 25 Ways to Win with People, all 3 books by John Maxwell. So Sheryl, I'm going to turn the call over to you to finish out the call.
Wow, those are great books, Paul. Thank you so much. And I love that we are going to score ourselves, because we want to know where we're at so that we can move forward. So I love that. We're not confused. We know exactly where we're at, so we can go ahead and move forward as we help people along the way. You guys, have you joined our Grow Together Club? This might be my favorite thing that we have going on right now, and we've got a lot going on. So to say it's my favorite is a big deal, but I really think that it is. growtogetherclub.com, and that is that's on Facebook. And you have to answer the three questions, and it has everything to do with personal growth. Because you guys, you must grow yourself first, okay? And I know I did this for years. I just got out there and went 100 miles an hour and just didn't look back. I was focused. I had the blinders on, and I was going 100 miles an hour. But I did not take the time to do personal growth. And in the last about 1.5 to 2 years, I've really focused on personal growth. I've really focused on growing myself and getting better myself. The more you grow yourself, the more people will buy into you. Gosh, that's so amazing, because it's not necessarily fast. Oh my goodness, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. Take a minute, slow down. Make sure you're doing your 30 minutes a day of that personal growth. And you guys will start to realize and understand, and I want to read that one more time. The more you grow yourself, the more people will buy into you. And you guys, that's the law of the buy-in. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Paul and I love to spend this time with you. And remember, and look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Would you follow you? That's how you're going to know. Paul, thanks so much. And,
thank you, Sheryl. Thank you for all your leadership.
Thank you. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week on Star School.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.